Are we live? I think we're live. I think we're live. I hope we're live. Seem to actually work instantly this time. Sometimes it doesn't. Well, if I'm live, I am. Cool. Hey there everyone. Welcome to another stream. Pokemon Shield, Monotype. I'm sorry for I'm a bit tired today, so if I'm a bit slow in my talk, that's why. We already have people, that was fast. So, hi Katie, Silverthorn, and Sass. Oh, and don't worry about the caps lock. Hey Vox, good to see you too. Okay, so where we got to. Today, we're gonna do the Crown Tundra. Well, not the entirety of it, of course. Oh, hey there, Barnes. We're gonna do the Crown Tundra because we... Oh, no. Oh, well, we do want to do this. Of course not going to be doing the entirety of the Crown Tundra because... Wait, where am I? Since I can't go where I want to go. We're not going to do the entirety of the Crown Tundra, but we're definitely going to get started on it. It's a bit longer than just a single session, so... Am I not supposed to... Oh, right, I need to talk to this guy so that I can be like, hey, you want to go to the Crown Tundra? And we do want to go to the Crown Tundra. And if I say that name one more time, this is going to be tedious. But here we go. Everyone aboard the choo-choo train. It's going to be fun being here. It's an interesting area to explore. There's sadly not a whole lot of new... I'm just going to close this. A whole lot of new ghost types to catch. Oh, right. We do, on that note. There are a few things, well, I'll take it once the, I can do that now. Actually, there's a cutscene that triggers automatically now. Oh, no there isn't. Oh, well, technically there is. I'm all over the place. We get our new Pokédex. A few things we need to do. I realized, and I wouldn't have been able to know this when I started this, that if I wanted to get every single ghost type in this game, I should actually have started with a different starter because I cannot get Decidui, the ghost type starter from the Alola region, simply because I started with the wrong starter, which is super annoying, especially because it's one of my favorites. Oh, you think that's a bit of a mouthful, Sass? The Crown Tundra. I think it rolls fine off the tongue. So yeah, unfortunately we can't get that, which is annoying, but we can go back to the Isle of Armor and get Marowak. We'll do that once we've gone a bit into this Alolan Marowak. We'll do that after we've gone a bit in here. Because I don't want to start off with a Diglett hunt, because it's kind of boring to just drive around. So we'll start doing a bit of interesting stuff first, and then we'll go back to the, not Alola, to the Isle of Armor to get the Marowak. But aside from that, the only Pokemon that has been added ghost type to this game, to this expansion that isn't legendary is Spiritomb. So, otherwise we do have two legendaries and an Ultra Beast that we might want to catch. Anyway, I guess I'll voice act these since I haven't done these before. If people want that. Actually, that's a good question. Do people even want me to try and... I can also just read them out. Come on, Dad. Lay off and quit following me around. I'm gonna go on a Dynamax Adventure in the Max Lair, and I don't need you breathing down my neck. I'm here to battle loads and loads of rare Dynamax Pokemon. Don't you fret. I know somewhere way more fun than that musty old place. Get ready for loads of quality time with the coolest dad ever. What a generous and totally unwanted offer. Afraid I've got to say no thanks. Well, if it's up to me, that's not a quarrel we should be dealing with. Yeah, Bounce, finding all the Diglets is super annoying doing without a guide. I did it without a guide first time, but it took forever because some of them were kind of out of the way. For the stream's purpose, I will be using a guide to just grab the first 50 and then get moving because I don't want to waste time finding them all again. I do remember quite a few locations by hand though, but anyway, we'll just ignore them and we won't be allowed to do that because they're important. Excuse me, hello? Lend a fellow trainer a hand, would you? Actually, no, this is between you and your dad. Come on, Nia. Be reasonable, or get ready to be ultra mega embarrassed as I unleash my noble roar of dad. Yeah, I'll take a hard pass on that, thanks. Excuse me, hello? Yes, you, the girl over there. My dad is stopping a steal and he won't leave me alone. Back me up, would you? I kinda have to answer yes, unfortunately. If you answer no, it just exits and you'll have to go through the same dialogue again, which is like, why bother? Oh wait, why did he continue without me? Okay. Actually, brilliant. Have a great time with this old geezer. With this geezer then. Now, hold on, lass. Can't say I approve of you butting in blindly. But if I just give you a trousing, this young lady here ought to see reason. The name's Peony. Brace yourself, I'm pretty furious in battle. He is energetic, I'll give him that. We use his Ultra Balls. It's funny when you go through this a second time and start noticing the smaller details. So. Aren't you the brave one picking a fight with a one-time gym leader? And it's hailing, because of course it's hailing. Not exactly the best Pokemon to start out with. Also, things here are high level. And there is no... the Crown Tundra is a post-game area. It doesn't downscale the levels like the Isle of Armor do. It's actually possible to go in here first thing when you start the game and get access to the Crown Tundra. Grab level 65 Pokemon from the layers, because it doesn't actually have the cap in there for some reason. Bison Dragosa, whoops. And then just go through the game in 8 hours. I did that because I wanted some extra Pokemon. It's interesting that they forgot or decided not to put in the limiter of... we'll give Baldur a bit of attention. It's interesting they didn't put in the catching limit so that you can't. Also just that they allow you can lose this battle and you'll still be allowed to move on with the story in here. It's super weird. Wandering Spirits, Sheer Force. Yes, I have Sheer Force now. This thing is tough. As in, it deals a lot of damage. But it's gonna go down now. Not bad at all. But watch out, next time it's my turn. Yeah, that's kinda how battles work. You take turns, Peony. If you've been a gym leader, you would know. I'd hope. Unless, what kind of gym... Is there a reason why you were once upon gym leader? Okay, so Aggron... I cannot remember what type that is, but if he's a steel type, I'm assuming just using fire should work, right? Unless it's one of those that is steel rock or something. Hey cats! Feel as tough as they come. The more hits it takes, the more Ultra Mega determined it gets. Aggron. Oh, that thing, right. I remember that thing. Vaguely. Burn! Yeah, it has a dual typing that makes it not super effective. Which is rock from the looks of it. That makes a lot of sense. It's fine. Still rock, so fire will be fucked. Yeah, true. But you know what's brilliant about this box? Even if Chandler goes down, so does Aggron, because it won't lose its full health, but I take that back, it had a berry. I actually banked on the hill taking it out there. Oh well. It's fine, it can only eat so many berries. Wait. It's 4 times weak to fighting, isn't it? It's rock and it's steel. They're both weak to fighting. So it should be 4 times weak to Sacred Sword, right? No, that didn't get censored. I don't think I have a big... Actually, that's interesting. It didn't get... That message didn't get caught by YouTube's default filter. Fascinating. Not it matters. Anyway, we won that battle and we got some levels. Woo! We're technically slightly on the lower level side for this area, but it's fine. Guess it's not my place to be bragging. Yeah, look at me taking a thrashing from a youngster like you. Hmm? My darling daughter's disappeared. Where have you gone, my sweet Nia? 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 Wait, her full name is Peonia, if I'm not wrong, so it would be Nia, right? Are you sure sweet is the word? Of course, my Nia is the sweetest, darlingest daughter a dad could ask for. I brought her out here so we could have a proper father-daughter trip. First one in ages. And now that we've got here, he grabs the first trainers he finds, makes him a decoy and legs it. That's my dear Nia for you. That's just her backwards way of showing her papa she loves him. Is it? That's the type of girl she is. Ultra mega charming, isn't she? Still, without her I can't start this adventure of legendary spots I've planned for us. She mentioned wanting to have a gander at some place called the Max Lair, didn't she? Sounds to me like she wants good old Papa to chase after her. Well, you needn't worry. I'm not one for wasting time. Which means it's time to get a move on. Cheers for a fine battle. I'll be seeing you then, lass. Take care of those strong Pokemon of yours. He's a mouthful. Regardless, we're gonna see a lot more of him because he's basically our main character, so to speak, for this area. But welcome to the Crown Tundra. It's super snowy for most of it, but it's a nice aesthetic. Also, I know I'm going the wrong way technically. I just wanted to grab this real quick. Spiritomb is all the way at the different part of this area, so we won't be catching that just yet. But when we have to, it's actually surprisingly simple. Once you know what to do. It uses some weird mechanics to spawn it, but other than that. Aha! This must be the max layer that Nia was talking about. Which means my darling daughter is in there right now having a giggle with some rare Dynamax Pokemon. Oh, you love snowy places, Seth? Huh. It's a bit too cold for me, personally. But I'm also a bit of a chicken when it comes to that. Hmm? Oh, it's you again. Well, kid, maybe you ought to come as well. How can we hear each other on that distance? He must be well, he has the shouty box right now. Right, just hold on, Nia. My dear. Here comes Papa. You stop calling yourself that. I'm getting secondhand cringe here. Oh, gonna ignore everything because none of this is ghost type, so we don't care about it. But we do have to do one of these raid layers, unfortunately. Well, we will be doing more of them to get the Giratina, Lunala, and Blacephalon at some point. Oh, please sir, I can't let you... Oh, I think you can. My precious daughter's in there and I'm going in after her. I understand, sir, but what? I'm here to have an adventure and I want to kick it off right now. I simply can't allow it, sir. Oh, there you are, lass. There you come after all, have you? Something the matter? No, nothing's alright and everything's the matter. This ultra mega numpty of a scientist insists on getting him away. Numpty of a... I beg your pardon, sir. If you'd be so good as to simply listen, I could let you through. Dynamax Adventures are quite fraught with peril, I'm afraid, and... I've got no patience for standing here listening to you rattle off the fine print. We're just going around in circles. You seem to know this, gentleman. Would you simply listen to my explanation? If so, then I could allow the two of you to enter as a pair. Ah, now we're talking. Go on then. Let's hear what the good lady's got to say. And then we'll go find my little Nia together, right? Right. Hey, I'm like several miles away. Are you monologuing? I can't hear you. Exactly, Vox. Exactly. Oh. But yeah, we have to do a bit of Dynamax lair here. If I'm not wrong, it seems like there's a set few encounters you get the first time around, because everyone I've seen on YouTube so far got Suicune, which is interesting. Are you ready to hear the explanation of Dynamax Adventures? Yeah, sure. That's what I'd like to hear, mate. I owe you one. Very well, then. I will proceed. Blah blah blah. The max lair is a labyrinthine underground cavern where rare Pokemon dwell. The likes of which normally are not found in the Galar region. Blah blah blah. It's basically just this is the multiplayer part, and I'm not gonna read all that because I know how it works. To avoid risk of Galar particle overexposure, which can cause your own dear Pokemon to lose control, we prepared Pokemon for you that are resistant to the particle's effects. Right, I follow you. You're saying you don't want Galar losing control, so the Pokemon rent some particles and we might see a rare overexposure. That was stunningly incorrect, sir. This is a dangerous place. Please make sure you've a firm grasp of the rules. That's a weird phrasing, but sure. I'm still a touch lost, but that's the type of place this is, eh? Right, sounds like this is all a bit beyond me, so I'll just go in and get cracking. Here comes Papa, my darling. Sir, no, I've just told you it's too dangerous. What is it going on with that man? He looks so much like Chairman Rose, but his attitude doesn't match the Chairman's at all. Well then, when you're ready, go chase him down. Pardon me, I meant when you're ready to begin your Dynamax Adventure, please let me know. Yeah, he's a mouthful and a half. And now it's time to go on a Dynamax Adventure, and we're just gonna... I'm gonna do the tutorial one without people, but if people are interested, we might do multiplayer in a different session, a different stream. Would be fun. If this is Suicune again, I'm definitely gonna pick Morpeko. Pokemon names and pronunciations are not my strong side. It is water. That's Suicune. It has to be. It's too consistent to not be. So since I'm electric, I'm thinking we go up flying because I'm super effective. Then we can head electric so I can switch in case I need it, and then electric again in case I need it. That seems like the safest path. Also, I keep pressing the wrong button on the controller because right now I got some new tech for my Switch, so I'm actually able to use my PlayStation controller, so I'm pressing the X button because it feels more natural. But yeah, wait, that's not flying. Wait, is Manta flying water? Huh. Okay, it's 4x weak to electricity then. This should be a short battle. I might not even need to Dynamax, but hey, might as well, right? So basically, the Dynamax layers, or raid layers, Dynamax layers, work fairly simple in that, as you could see on the map, you have like 3 battles against Dynamax Pokemon and then a boss at the very end, legendary, and you can catch each of them along the way. It could be up to 4 players. If you don't have 4 players, anyone that are not players will be replaced by AIs. It's fairly straightforward. The small caveat is that in normal dens you can lose 4 Pokemon in total before you get kicked out of the den. For a lair it's the same. As in, you can lose 4 times throughout the entire layer before you get kicked out. So you want to conserve as much health or lives, I guess, as you can before you get to the legendary. Because if you get in there and have no extra lives, you're basically just lost. But yeah, I'm catching everything here because the odds of getting a shiny Pokemon in this area are 1 in 300, which is 10 times better than the normal odds. Or if you have the shiny charm, it's 1 in 100, which is like insanely good odds. So if you ever want to shiny hunt, this is not the optimal place, but it is one way to do it. I would say this is probably the best place to try and shiny hunt the Gigantamax versions of Pokemon. Although with the Isle of Armor, I'm not swapping. I guess it's better to just catch the Pokemon and then give it soup. Well, the odds for shinies also apply to the legendary though. So this is where shiny hunting for legendaries is gonna happen, because none of the legendaries are shiny locked. None of the ones that appear here. And with a 1 in 100, like, it's still a lot of times you need to do it potentially, but it's damn good odds compared to some of the other generations. So yeah, also why am I relying on... Where's my chat? Oh, there's my chat. Technical issues, my bad. But yeah, so we're just gonna try and get through this. I don't like the fact that I did not pay attention to the fact that... okay, once you... I didn't actually explain this. Once you defeat one of the Pokemon you're up against in this layer, you can decide if you want to use it yourself going forward or not. And since you can't heal, that's usually how you would try and get more health for your team. I didn't realize that one of my teammates picked a Pokemon that's 4 times weak to, well, the Pokemon we're just up against. Which means that we now have 2 Pokemon that are 4 times, well, not 4 times, but just weak to electricity, which is really bad for this particular battle. It's not unusual to lose the initial tutorial mind. In fact, the AI is pretty bad at times, which means that even when you're not in the tutorial, you usually want to not go in here with AIs if you can avoid it. At least having one partner makes it so much easier to win everything. Although I'm impressed that the Jolteon has not used any electric attacks on us yet. Slightly confused about that, to be honest. Not that I mind, it's gonna make things slightly easier. I do hope though that one of the people who have lost health, like Wilmer here, has very little health left. I hope that they will switch to this Pokemon. An alternative way of healing is that on some paths you will encounter special events, so to speak. That's what happened a moment ago when we ran into a scientist. He offered for me to be able to replace my current Pokemon with a different one to continue onwards with. There's also backpackers who will lend you an item that can boost your attack or etc. And there's also berries that will heal your team. And yeah, Vox, you're not gonna join this time, Vox. It's gonna be next time when I do the actual raids. This one is the tutorial, I'm just gonna do this one alone. But no biggie there. But yeah, I don't know if any of my explanations are well worded. It doesn't feel like they are. But that's why show don't tell, right? I'm hoping that with my words combined with the visuals, that the visuals can kind of make some sense out of the garbage that I'm spewing. If not, just enjoy the nice light show of everything changing. That's a very big Pikachu clone. This was really, really bad for the team, and I think we're gonna avoid the other electric type simply because... But it... Yeah, we just lost 2 lives on 1 battle. This is really bad. It means we have 2 lives left for going up against Suicune. That's one of those tactical things. I either try my odds against the other electric type, win hopefully, and then one of the NPCs will hopefully pick it. That we don't have 2 months that's weak to... Well, they're not weak to Suicune, they're just not as good against Suicune. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Everything in here has a 100% catch rate. Guaranteed. That's why I'm just throwing Premier Balls at them. And what I'm hoping here is that either Portia or Oscar will pick this electric type. They all wanted it. Okay, cool. Now I need Portia to keep that, not switch it. I think our safest bet here... I can kinda tell what things are. Not entirely sure what that is. I think our safest bet is to go with the normal type, to be honest. And avoid the electric type. Oh. I'm a dummy. I should have gone for at least the fairy type because there's berries up there. But hey, here's the backpacker. We can get items. Magnifying lens that slightly boosts the accuracy of moves. I don't really need that. I'm still gonna pick it. I don't really know most of these items that well, and my problem is that with a time limit I get stressed out and I don't actually read what it's saying even though I'm trying to read it. So we're just gonna pick that one, and hopefully it will do some good. Oh, it's this ugly one. Okay. Explode. Okay, so we have nothing that's super effective, but we do have Pego attacks and raises speed with energy. Move type changes depending on the user's form. Oh, well, there's no point in not using a super strong move that doesn't seem to have a downside. Especially when we also have stab, and now we also have helping hand on top of that. White Guard. Attacks my team. What does that do? Oh, that's a lot of damage. Nice. So I'm assuming my my attack that now raised my speed changes what it does in my Hankry mode. According to this. Oh, White Guard does that. Nice. Wow, that's damn good. I didn't know we had that. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. We take those. Oh, it becomes... Oh, okay, so it becomes the other. So a stab, that's a 0.5 multiplier. It's still stronger to use Thunderbolt now then. 0.5, right? I think. Is it 0.25? That's not a lot of damage. Next against white attacks. Oh, so attacks that hit everything is what you mean? Like Earthquake? Oh! Damn criticals. Always those damn criticals. Oof. Okay, well, we have one heart left. We might not even make it to Suicune. Which is a bit sad. I don't know what happens if we don't even make it to Suicune, because normally if you lose at the legendary, the researcher allows you to put the legendary into a queue so that you can just go for it again when you need. But if I don't even get there, I guess, well, unless Suicune is hard-coded to always be the first one, I guess I would just lose it. Ooh, paralyzed, nice. Well, it goes down. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go up against Suicune. I'm confident it's Suicune. Now look, as the game's gonna make a joke out of me. The only reason I'm catching all these, by the way, at the end I can pick one of the 4 Pokemon in total and get to keep it. I know I'm not allowed to use these, but I'm doing this just in case any of them turns out to be shiny, because shiny claws, I want them shinies. I'm not giving up on shinies just because it's a challenge run. So, ideally, I guess Oscar would swap now. Oh, Poppy, sure. Why not? Well, here comes the legendary battle. We could call it. Okay, so I guess it's consistently the tutorial boss? Please correct me if you've had all the experiences, but that's what I've seen and experienced so far. Interestingly. Well, there is literally no point in not doing this. If we're lucky, my damage output is so good that we can win this without any issues. I expect to lose here. With no extra lives left, basically lost. But hey, at least we got here. I feared that we might not. Just by how it was going so far. Oh, look at that. Okay, it's not too bad. And then with my max lightning on top of that. Oh, that's good. Coincidence. Really? Is it just coincidence that I've had this happen 3 times and I've seen 3 other people? 3? Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, 3 other people? That's fascinating in that case. Huh. I wonder what determines which one you get. If it's just pure random chance. Like, I know it's random chance once you've gotten started, but I was thinking of the very first one because it seems like there must be something that determines it when coincidence happens. Like, the lightning doesn't keep striking in the same spot every time, right? Considering that there's like how many legendaries? Wow. Okay. Sure, Vox, I'll take your word for it. That's just really fascinating then. Water pulse. Water absorb. Yeah, thanks for the healing, mate. We just need to hit it one more time. With something stronger than that. Spoke a bit too soon. Okay, if I'm just the fastest, which I think I am because I buffed my speed, I'm not okay. Doesn't matter because we actually did it. You have no idea what's happening in these Pokemon games, but good luck with your Godzilla-sized Pokemon. Thanks, Katie. It's a thing called Dynamaxing, where because of some weird energy, the Pokemon become gigantic and powerful. It's not detailed explained in the game either. But hey, it's this generation's gimmick. Your first was not Suicune, huh? That's super fascinating. Wait, I got Suicune, I guess. Just check, nothing here shiny, not even Suicune. Well, I'm actually gonna pass it. Here's the thing, if you don't pick it here, you can go up against it again later. And since I don't want it, I'm probably gonna use this account for shiny hunting at some point, so I'm gonna do this. And just say, no, I don't want it. Big Max. But what happens then when we're done with... sorry about that. When the lair is that the scientist will be like, hey, you didn't catch it, but so we can still see it's in there. Do you want us to make a note of where it is so you can go up against it again? And then you can just keep trying until you get a shiny. Hang on, I recognize you. Are you here for Dynamax Adventure too? Wicked. Guess we're on the same wavelength. I'm Peonia. Peonia. Assuming that's how it's pronounced. Nice to properly meet you. What about you? What's your name? It gets me every time. I keep forgetting that my name is a bad pun. What's your name's Hexmate Maniac? Oh wow. I'd like an order of fries and soda with my Big Macs. Nice one, Kate. Oh my god. Oh. That's how you always talk? It's not bad. So, is my dad on his way here too? I haven't seen him. Has he got turned around and wound up back at the entrance? Listen, sorry for using you to distract my old man back there. He's a stopping as a mob prey. Things go alright after I left. What? You beat my old man? You sure pulled a blinder there. He used to be a gym leader, you know. Even on holidays he's no pushover. You know, my dad was going mad with excitement for this trip. He kept going on about how he'd planned for us to check out local legends on this super intense adventure tour, or adventure, as he calls it. But I mean, come on, what girl my age would be caught dead doing some naff thing like that with her dad? Besides, I really fancy having more battles with Dynamax Pokemon. Ah, the thrill of battling one of those massive, towering Pokemon. Just thinking about it gets me pumped. You know what? I just had a thought. You're a pretty fierce trainer, right? Then I bet you could handle taking my place on my old man's adventure. I really think you should do that yourself, so rather not thanks. Oh, no need to worry. He'll take good care of you, despite all appearances to the contrary. He's so hyped up about all this, it'd be a shame to just leave him on his own. Yeah, that's exactly why you should do the thing that a daughter should do and go with your dad. I also just noticed he has... Wait, her earring is a Pikachu tail but green. You just lost all respect from me, lady. Pikachu. And who knows, you could end up running into a legendary Pokemon. How about I meet back up with you two after I've had my own fun in the Max Lair? Come on then, enjoy your twosome tour of legends. Tell my old man the deal and I'll on all that. Protag always gets the short end of the stick. Oi! Well, he dead. I guess we don't need to deal with him anymore. Cool. The poor gentleman has been injured. After kicking and screaming, I've brought him back here. It hurts. It ultra mega hurts. Nia, where's my darling Nia? What happened? This fine gentleman appears to have tripped on a rock and struck his head. Adventures aren't to be taken lightly. I've learned that firsthand now. First hand, I mean. Great, I couldn't even get the joke right. This is going well. I was just checking to see if my little girl was behind some rocks, and look how I've ended up. Behind some rocks? Is your daughter a roly-poly, sir? There we go. I'm up. No little bump's gonna keep me down long. That kip's got me feeling right as rain. What's a kip? How about it then, lass? Did you find my darling Nia? Well, here's how it went. You don't say. So, dear Nia set on staying away till she's had her fill of Dynamax Adventure stuff. And she wants the two of us to go ahead and get cracking on the grand Peony Adventure. You know, I burned the candle at both ends, working out the best itinerary? Itinerary. That's a word I'm not familiar with. Itinerary. It sounds familiar in regards to school, I think. I could for my dear Nia's sake. But I guess she's at that age when she doesn't want her old man tagging along all the time. And trying to press her into doing what I want to do probably won't win me any Dad of the Year awards. Right then, what's your name, kid? Headshake, that's my name. Cheers, Hex. My name's Peony. Wait, I've already told you so. Then it's twice as nice to meet you. This guy has way too much energy. Itinerary is like a guide or schedule you have planned. Oh, okay, thanks, Katie. I guess that does make sense why I've heard it in regards to school then. Let's have ourselves such a smashing adventure that my dear Niao be itching to join in the fun. That is... Don't fret now, I've done all sorts of preparations already. We're going to have ourselves a real treat of a legendary Pokemon hunt. That's decided. Now then, Maddie, let's get ourselves to Freezington, which is such an original name for a town. It's a town just a short ways off. Time for a strategic planning meeting for Peony's Adventure. Arr, arr. Not a pirate, mate. I'll fill you in on the details once we get there. I say, let us reconvene post-haste. Just pulling your leg. Can you imagine if I actually talk like that? Okay. Okay. Dynamax is an entity that came from a phenomenon called the Darkest Day, when something almost crashed into jolly old Galar. Now the place searches for power that is released from the underground. These spots are called power spots, and they can fuel a Pokemon to increase its power and project giant forms of themselves to create these gigantic monster battles. Thanks for the explanation box. That's a very good summary, actually. Usually fun event, huh? I didn't know that. There he goes. He's surprisingly fast, given that he's... Do you think his backpack is empty? Because otherwise this guy is fit. Like, he must be trekking around like crazy to be able to run around with a full backpack nearly the size of himself. That's impressive. Yeah. Anyway, down here we have Freezington. There's quite a bit of cutscenes here at the start, but eventually we'll get some freedom. First, we need to see this cozy little, I guess, town. It's a bit much. I'd probably call it more of a village. It has 5 houses, which hardly even qualifies as a village, I guess. Hello. What have we here? Another visitor? I am the mayor of this fair town of Freezington. I must say it's a surprise to have visitors arriving in our out-of-the-way town one after another. Might you be here to learn about the legend of the King of Bountiful Harvesters as well? Shh. Technically not, but sure. Never mind, it hardly bears asking. After all, there's very little otherwise to attract visitors to our sleepy corner of the region. If he knew how many legendaries are just around the corner, he wouldn't say that. It's a bit of a shame, really. People come all this way to investigate what turns out to be a mere fairy tale. But since you made the journey, I must offer you this Freezington speciality as a memento. It's a boat-necked sweatshirt. It's a shirt emblazoned with the likeness of the King of Bountiful Harvesters. I'm afraid it hasn't sold quite as well as we'd hoped. We've got a fair number left over. The illustration is based on extremely ancient accounts of the king's appearance, hence the unusually sized head. But we thought it might make the design a touch more hip, as they say. If you'd like to see what the king really looked like, I suggest you take a look at the statue by the fields in the center of our village. If only you knew, old man. Exactly, Katie. By the way, by the by, while you're hearing the Crown Tundra, feel free to let your lead Pokemon out of its ball and take it for a stroll. Farewell for now, then. Oi! He is so animated. Over here! Thanks for the warning, now I know where I don't want to go. No, we need to go there. Oh, right. Well, you might... Wow. I didn't expect Cursola's eyes to be that glowy. It actually looks kind of freaky, doesn't it? So, since we can now walk around with Pokemon, anyone who wants to put a vote in on which Pokemon wants to walk around with us, at least for the next while, we'll switch around. The legs must be seriously cold. Wait, my legs? Oh damn, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you should see my main account. I'm wearing this dress that doesn't have any arms while running around here. It must be super cold. Sorry, Katie, but Magikarp is not a ghost type. So we can't bring Magikarp. We can only bring any of these. Lux wants Chalk. Des wants Big Mouth. Oh. You know what? We'll start with just Chalk, and then we can always switch to another later. But still, put in what you want me to walk around with, and then I'll keep it in mind, and I'll try and switch it around. The Chalky gets to stay for a bit. How do I get in there? I get in here. Utility umbrella. Oh, or you can just find it here instead of talking to the man in Hammerlock now. Cool. That house is empty for the time being. There's no point in exploring yet this town because exploration is part of the quest. So, here you are. This pokey little place will be our lodgings? Well, as of this moment, it's also something far more important. Our base camp. I know. Not much of a base camp, is it? Well, we've got to give it a proper air of importance, haven't we? Now, enough faffing about, Maddie. Let me tell you what the Peony exploration team is after. I always don't know much about Pokemon, haha. Sandcastle one is a ghost. Haunted Sand. It's sand ground, I think? Like, some Oh, okay. Some Pokemon have dual typings, so some Pokemon are both ghosts and something else, and the Sandcastle is haunted, yes. It actually has a really dark Pokédex entry in the Alola region, if I don't remember correctly, where it... Is it one of those that can kidnap kids, if I remember correctly, which is super... Oi, hey, Vox. You're right, but still. Around here, they've got a fair few strange and mysterious legends. For example, a huge-headed Pokemon known as the King of Bountiful Harvesters. Not to mention, a massive red tree where legendary flying Pokemon gather. And furthermore, these great hulking, dot-faced giants that sleep in some ruins or something, etc. See what I mean? This place is just bursting with juicy legends. And we're not stopping until we've found just how much truth they've got to them. And there you have it. We are the Peony Exploration Team. And that's our grand, noble, magnificent goal. Of course, if I had it my way, I'd be doing this with my darling Nia. Alas. But who knows? They say even chancy meetings can lead to blissful friends. Oh no. Peony, please don't. Leave the cringe to me. This guy reminds me of Naruto with the annoying enthusiasm. Thank you, Katie. I knew there was a character where that. Yes, I think so. I haven't watched much Naruto, but yeah, the super high beat, upbeat. I don't know. I'm not great with characters like these. But I'll deal with it. So here's to a grand adventure. Expedition Chief, Maddie. Maybe me? Obviously. Look, what do you think would happen if the two of us went gallivanting off together? My dear Nia could come along for a grand emotional reunion and find this place empty. Just the thought of it. My own darling daughter sitting alone in this room pinning for her papa. Nope, not on my watch. I'd never let that happen. So I'll be the hold down the fort chief. Which means you get the pleasure of being the expedition chief. Which brings me to this. Go on, have it. If you stick your hand into its mouth, you're forced to watch as your willingless body starts digging, building creases. What? Wow, that is Dark Box. That is the Okay. We got a uniform. Woo, we're not gonna wear it. Because it's orange and it doesn't fit our purple theme. Look at that, fits you like a glove. I brought some spare uniforms so my dear Nia would have a few to change into. So there's enough to give you. One. And if you ever need to change or have a kip, what is a kip? By all means, just head into the bathroom back there. I've got some different colored scarves in there, so switch it up if you fancy a bit of style. Oh yeah, the scarf on our arm we can change color of. Here, have these two. Legendary Clue 1. It's basically just some clues on what we're doing. I won't read these out loud, I'll just summarize what we're doing once we get there. They're supposed to help you find the legendary Pokemon that are around this area. They're legendary clues I've meticulously compiled from hours of dedicated tele-watching. Wow. First off, why not have a look at the clue about the King of Bountiful Harvests? Seems like this king's bound with its royal steed, or whatever you call it, run proper deep. So, if I had to name this expedition, I call it The Sacred Bonds of Sovereign and Steed. There is a great big statue of it bang in the middle of this village, though its head isn't as massive as in my notes. My hair kind of jiggles, doesn't it? Do I want to change back to my... Yeah, I do want to change back. There we go. Also, my television is about to turn off, so I'm just gonna tell it to not do that. There we go. All set. Time to investigate. Ah, I've just had an idea. Here's a little something to help you out. Oh yeah, we get another Master Ball. This is supposed to be one ultra mega corker of a ball. Use it wherever you think you ought to. I got it ages ago from somebody I used to know. Never could bring myself to use it though. If you ever get a bit turned around, come on back to base camp anytime. You can't miss it, just look for the adventuring flag I struck out front. Handmade by yours truly. Anyway, I suppose that's that. Let the grand adventure begin. Have a smashing time out there. Smashing? Well, we will grab this first. Hey Chief, my pillow's caught your eye, eh? Your pillow? Oi, listen here Chief. I got some wisdom to impart. If you can put your head on it and have a kip, it's a pillow. Is a kip a nap? Is it British for nap? I'm gonna make the assumption that that kip, yeah, I guess it's kip, right? Because kipe sounds weird. Kip is British for nap. That's super interesting. Let's put it like that. It's weird. It's a pillow. Unfortunately, I went and left my favorite pillow bag at home. So I went to have a look around town for something to rest my head on. And I found this out back behind the inn. Can I have it? Come off it! You want me to hand over my ultra mega comfy pillow? That's asking a lot, even coming from you, Chief. What's that? You think my pillow's got something to do with a legendary Pokémon? Ha! Ultra mega seriously? This is just some old thing I found. But if you really want it, Chief, who am I to refuse? Alright. Go on then, have it. But you'd better make sure you track that legend down. You just stole this man's pillow. Well, evidently he sleeps on... Well, not rocks. He doesn't sleep on rocks. This man has some sense of quality. He sleeps on wood. Although it did look like a rock, to be honest. We're gonna heal real quick since we have the option. So our team is a bit worse wear. This guy has rocks for brains. You're not wrong, Katie. You're not wrong. Oh, thanks, cats, for clearing up. Kip is a nap. Okay, cool. I'm not super familiar with like British specific words, so some of the stuff these guys say is just like going over my head, and I'll just have to use contextual clues to guess what they are. This area looks really nice. Like, the Crown Tundra proves one thing in particular to me. I said this while I was recording the Isle of Armor, and I'm gonna re-emphasize it now that we're doing this. Game Freak has, with the DLC, had the chance to work more on the idea of how the wild area worked, and made 2 entirely new areas based on that. And the quality of these areas is only improving. The Crown Tundra is miles more interesting to look at than the original wild area. The Isle of Armor also the exact same. This feels like if they ever wanted to spend the time on it, or if they're gonna make a sequel, if they ever do that like they did with Black and White, they should take everything that happened in mainland Galar and redesign it so that everything runs on the wild area engine. Because I think if they redesigned the mainland Galar to look as interesting landmark wise as this and implemented the routing in it as well, I think this game would be like, it's not bad as is, but I think it could really make the wild area stand out much more. Because that's honestly what the main issue I have with the mainland's wild area is boring. I'm sorry, but it is. It looks bland, it looks empty, and you just drive around without much of a point. For the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, there's at least more going on, in my opinion, and it also doesn't... I don't know, enough critiquing. I just feel like they could improve on it by going back to it again, but that's not gonna happen, obviously. He used to be a gym leader. Yep. Somehow he used to be a gym leader. Hey, it fits perfectly. I'm obviously not gonna read the Pokemon's text boxes. Oh look, it's a weird thing with very tiny spaghetti legs. Does it want you to follow it? Does it? I don't think there was a point in that text box other than holding my hand, to be honest. Hey dude. It's still type gym leader even through. Yes, I'm sure you're right, Crown Thingy. It seems as if this mysterious Pokemon wants to test your strength. Do you want to ready a Pokeball? This text box I wish they changed, because this seriously sounds like it's asking, do you wish to make sure that you're ready to catch it, which you cannot do at the moment. It's Psychic type? Is it Psychic Ice? It's definitely Psychic type. So this should be fairly simple to deal with as a ghost. Gym leader. Gym leader? No. Okay, that's giving myself a bit too much credit. A ghost trainer. Oh no, it's unnerving me. So theoretically Hex would deal super damage, right? Yep, it does. Cool. 2 hits and it's out. It annoys you too. Thanks, Vox. It's not just me. I feel like that's probably... I don't know what it says in the Japanese version. It could be a localization issue in regards to lack of context, and they just... I don't know. It could also just be that they didn't think through what other connotation is behind that phrasing. Also, that was super easy. Good XP. Damn. Now we're actually roughly at the level we should be, so that's cool. Yeah, I still don't understand you, mate. Also, can we address how... Okay, I don't know how to do it on this controller, so I don't know how to zoom. But can we address the fact that it looks like it has the Triforce on its... what is that? Necklace? Who are you? Oh, right. Probably shouldn't ask it when it can't talk, because that's like... What did I expect to get as an answer, right? Oi, oi, what's up? I heard a big rock is coming from over here. What's this now, Chief? Were you having a Pokemon battle? Huh? What a massive knockin'! Whoop! My people need... Oh, never mind. What's this? Yeah. Well, he has ascended to a higher plane of existence. Ah yes, a sturdy body just as expected. I hope he doesn't mind that I make use of it for the time being. You the Pokemon? Oh, I see you have grasped the situation already. Very astute of you. I am Calyrex. I am the one known as the King of Bountiful Harvests. I have borrowed this man's body in order to thank you in person, so to speak. Indeed, there are no words to adequately express my gratitude towards you for restoring my statue. In days long past, I reigned over these lands as a king. The humans offered me their loyalty and respect, as I was able to bring lost vegetation to the land and give them plentiful harvests year after year. Look at the microphone. Good one, Vox. However, it seems that over many, many years, the people of this land have forgotten my existence. They used to make offerings to me every year, but even that tradition has long since been lost to the ravages of time. You see, it is the faith of the people that grants me strength. And now I have lost all but a fraction of my former power. Even my loyal steed has abandoned me. One moment. What's going on here? Is everything alright? I think everything's... Yeah, everything's alright. Sorry about that. However, you were kind enough to restore my statue. That act has restored some strength to me. At least enough to speak to you by borrowing the body of another. Now, kind-hearted human child, I have a favor to ask of you. And let me just drag along my ragdoll. I must know once and for all whether the people have truly forgotten about me. I wish you to speak to the villagers and ask if they remember the King of Bountiful Harvests. I have tried asking them myself, you understand, but they treated me like some sort of fairy tale creature or flew into a mild panic at the sight of me. Please, kind-hearted human, I beg you to help me. Well, we basically just, that's gonna update every time something happens in this quest, by the way. What we need to do is, we could just leave and Peony will all forever be stuck in that place, but I love how creepy Cursula is nearby. Wait, is Cursula just super, wow, it is super slow. That is the slowest Pokemon I've ever seen, wow. Okay. So having Cursula followers is basically every now and then it pops up and then we run away from it. So, what the quest wants from us right now. You possesses people and this is how they react. I guess. What we have to do now is talk to everyone in town. Welcome to Freezington. It must have been quite a journey to get here. The Crown Tundra is famous for carrots, you know. Maybe you'll be interested in getting some carrot seeds as a souvenir. Sure. Oh, quite the enthusiast one, aren't you? Though I must admit that these seeds are rather valuable to us. How about a trade? You bring me 8 pieces of Dynamite ore, and I'll give you the seeds. Oh, life is all about grow, pro, go, or whatever the phrase was. Oh. Well. We have a problem. We don't have enough Dynamite ore. Well, we'll fix that later. The King of Bountiful Harvests? I used to believe it was real, you know. I was told that if I make mischief in the fields, the king would steal my body away. The Pokemon King? Sure, my grand used to tell me stories about it all the time when I was a kid. An old fairy tale that. Oh, I forgot. We've been streaming for an hour. The church spell just went off. Deal with it. Sorry. The King of Bountiful Harvest. Well, if it exists, why doesn't it heal the land around here so we can grow crops for change? Someone's a grumpy old man. Actually, I saw it and I want it. There you go. Sorry, Cursula. Oh dear, I'm sorry. I'm rather busy doing nothing right now. I mean, you could also just tell me to buzz off, but that's one way to be impolite about it. The speed is proportional to the Pokemon's speed stat. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Is that for real? Huh. So if I buffed its speed stat like crazy, it would be faster? Hold outside, dearie. Why not stay a while and get warmer? Oh, that's Wolfie. I found it swearing outside the village and just had to bring it home. You know, I think it was just about when I found Wolfie that other strange Pokemon began appearing in the tundra. Oh, I didn't actually catch this dialogue during my first playthrough. I've never seen a Pokemon like Wolfie before. Maybe it'd be best to have a proper trainer take care of it. If only I could find a dependable one. Okay, that's interesting. I'll probably explain that later. Don't worry about the Eevee kit, he just makes it so that I either have a Pokemon follow me or not. I think the only one we lack to talk to is the mayor himself. Do I remember the King of Bountiful Harvest? Why, of course I do. It's only the main tourist attraction of our lovely Freezington after all. I imagine we would see more visitors if only the king was real. King were real? Were is multiples, right? Dude. You asked the people of Freezington about the King of Bountiful. Time to report back to Calyrex. Okay. Only the king were real. That's not proper grammar, right? Feels wrong to me. Doesn't matter. Hey, Calyrex. No. Calyrex. Ah, human child. I trust you were able to speak to the villagers. So, how was it? Did they say anything about me? Well, they did, but... it is as I suspected. Nobody truly believes that I am real. It seems the people of this land have indeed forgotten the bond they once shared with me. Oh, no, of course I'm not grieving. I am the king of bountiful harvests, after all. I know better than to count on humans to remember me. This proves beyond doubt that I cannot simply rely on human faith if I want my powers returned. If only my loyal steed were to return to me, I would regain something of what I've lost. Is that a Pokemon? Yes, the four-legged Pokemon that I used to ride all across the land. The very same Pokemon that my statue in the village shows me riding. Alas, though in ancient times we spent many days together, dashing through the valleys and over the mountains of this land. My power waned, and I was forced to part ways with it. Now I know not where it may be. Even if we should succeed in locating my royal steed, I have my doubts as to whether it has remained, well, loyal. I have lost so much power. Perhaps the villagers know something about my currently not so loyal steed. I would be in your debt if you could speak to the head of the village on my behalf. If you are able to find any information at all, I ask that you let me know. Off we go! Chief? With a massive knocking? Oh, wait, no, it's normal. I must have fallen asleep where I stood. Sorry about that, Chief. Ugh, I feel strange, like my body's not quite my own. Guess I'll head back to base and get some rest. Besides, it's freezing out here. Yeah, you're in Tundra, of course it's freezing out here. Royal Steed, right. I believe we just head up to the... Oh, he's not here. The mayor's not at home at the moment. He went to have a look at the fields and the giant's bed. You can go look for him if you're in a hurry. The fields and giant's beds are on the southwest of the village. Go through blah blah blah. I know how to get there. I know how to get there myself. Ooh, I see a special beam. So, actually, can I trigger the... I saw that. Can I trigger the side quest now? Or is it too early to do that? Oh, it's not too early. Okay! What's that? Better investigate. I don't understand why that's two separate cutscenes, but sure. Yes, there they are! These are exactly what I was looking for. I knew my hypothesis was spot on. Wait, Maddie? What are you doing in a place like this? What are you doing in a place like this? Oh, I keep asking myself that exact same question. If I'd known it was going to be this cold here, I would have thought things through a bit more. But here I am, stuck in the Crown Tundra trying to learn more about a group of Pokémon. There are some Pokémon that prefer places where there are no people, you see. Pokémon that choose to live in isolation. The Crown Tundra here is just the place for that sort of Pokémon. If my theory is correct, then I think a certain trio of legendary Pokémon could be lurking somewhere in these lands. I'm sure my theory is not wrong. If you want some proof, then look there. See those footprints? Sure. 2%. Woo. My theory is that the legendary Iron Will Pokémon, Cavern Pokémon, and Grassland Pokémon are all somewhere out here in the Crown Tundra. And there's evidence like this scattered all over the place that'll lead us to them. If we could find more evidence and collect 100% of the data needed to track these legendary Pokémon, then I bet we could use my Pokémon Finder to figure out what habitats they are living in. But this place is wicked cold and it's putting me in hibernation mode. You planning to stick around here for a while, Maddie? Think you could try to spot more evidence like this and report it to me when you find it? I'll reward you for your hard work, of course. I'll be waiting in that house over there so I can stay warm and cozy and maybe feel my fingers. So that I can grab a pen and write, of course, since I'll be working so hard on my research. There we go. Sonia returns. Woo! So now, that's technically a side quest. I don't know if we're gonna deal with it. It's not really relevant for the Monotype run. We probably won't. But basically what happens now is that different sets of, there we go, you can see them right here. Different sets of footprints for the legendary Pokemon are scattered around the Crown Tundra. I believe there are about 50 too many footprints for each Pokemon, or either that or in total, which makes it super easy to find them compared to the Digletts in the on the Isle of Armor. So it's not that big a deal. All you need to do is find at least one pair for one of them, then you have the general area where the rest of them should be in, and then just drive around and pick them up. We won't be dealing with the giants yet. We'll deal with them another time. Start by just doing Legendary Quest 1. Dealing with the Reggies is one of the other quests, and we'll take them one by one, rather than mixing them up. Where am I going? This is Frostfoot Fields. We're not going there, we're going to Giant's Bed. Yes, this looks correct. Cracked pot. The mayor should be right around here. Here he is. Alas, this field is no good either. The soil is barren, no crop could possibly grow here now. Perhaps the land of the Crown Tundra truly are beyond hope. What's this? Oh, our dear visitor, what brings you here? You want to learn about the loyal steed of the King of Bountiful Harvests? Well, this is hardly the place for storytelling. Come to my home in Freezington. It's better to have a nice chat in the warmth after all. Please, visit whenever you're ready, I'll be waiting. Okay. Sure thing, mate. Alright, by not going to the lairs yet, the dungeons? The resting places for the Reggies, I don't get any of the flying spots to them. That's fine. That's fine. The mayor has invited us to listen to his ramblings. Wait, there's a pathway up here behind his house? I don't know if I took this in my casual playthrough. Well, how's time? We are running... How long have we been going? Wait, why can't I see any stats at the moment? 1 hour and 12. Okay, we're fine. We're fine for time. Okay, mayor. Have you seen what's happened to the statue of the King of Bountiful Harvests? It has become massive. Apparently, I had a bit too much to drink there for a moment. You say that's the way the king's supposed to look? Now that you mention it, it does resemble its sign on our town souvenir shirts. But you speak as if you've seen the king with your own 2 eyes. That statue has been broken since I was a child. Let's put England upside down so it looks cooler. I mean, it's less England and more the entirety of the United Kingdom, isn't it? Like, all of it is upside down. Oh, of course, you wanted to learn about the loyal steed of the King of Bountiful Harvests. Well, I don't know why you'd be interested in such a thing, but come then, follow me. Yes. An old book I read long ago said that the king's loyal steed was particularly fond of a certain special vegetable. My memory isn't what it used to be, and I can't recall what exactly the steed so desires. Hey Willie, I wonder if a steed would love some carrots. I think it's best that you search the bookshelf over there if you want to find out more. We are cupping, I never noticed that. Well, time for reading times, guys. Also Pokemon Scotland's cold, right? So let's make it ice themed. Yeah, true, Vox. The King of Bountiful Harvest. The king was a great Pokemon that brought abundance, there we go, to our cold land. With a sweep of its right hand, the land would be blanketed in verdant grasses and blooms. With the sweep of its left hand, the fruit of the fields would ripen and grow heavy. Its great crown of green gleaming, the king galloped across the land astride its proud steed. And in their footprints, spots would burst from the soil, and its life was born across the region. Burn sounds a bit more terrifying. Would be kind of counterproductive then. And so we worshipped the Pokemon and paid it all due tribute as king. The king's proud steed. The horse Pokemon gave over its power to serve the king and carry it hither and thither? Either and thither? I'm not sure how to pronounce either of those. The two even became one for a time, combining their strength to create a forest in a single night. This proud steed had been a wild thing once, ravaging the village crops and causing much woe. But the king, in all its greatness, brought this fierce creature to heel and secured its loyalty. And for each among us who claims the steed's hide was black as midnight gloom in which ghosts appear, there is another who claims it was white as a block of solid ice. None alive can now say which is the truth. The Reigns of Unity. Through these reigns did the king send its power, in order to tame and control its proud steed. The reigns, in fact, were made by the hands of the people, in thanks for the plenty brought by the king. These reigns bound not only the horse and the king to one another, they bound the people to the king as well. At the dawning of each new year, we must never forget to gift the king with this offering. Let the radiant flower and the mane of the steed be woven together to bind us all in faith. Let the secrets of this sacred art be passed from parent to child to grandchild and never forgotten. Hardy crops for the tundra. While carrots can be grown in the Crown Tundra, they have rather unusual growth habits. When grown beneath the heaped snow, these hardy roots tend to develop into ice root carrots. When grown in tracts close to where many souls are laid to rest, also called a cemetery, shade root carrots will be your crop. Shade root carrots are the favorite treat for many ghost type Pokemon. That's what we are going for. While ice type Pokemon seem to delight in eating ice root carrots. According to old fairy tales, the steed that the King of Bountiful Harvests rode upon loved both of these variants, or perhaps one or the other. Records seem to contradict one another, with some stories speaking of the white steed delighting in ice root carrots, and others mentioning a black steed devouring shade root carrots. Basically, no one really knows. Cats, I don't know how to pronounce. Wait, that's wither, right? So it's hither and thither. Really? Hither and thither. Never heard that before. Fascinating. Yeah, exactly, cats. Just going to plant a bunch of crops in cemetery, as one does. The Freezington Snow Stamper. Isn't it tough dealing with the cold here on the tundra, with temperatures seeming to drop lower and lower every passing year? While it's tempting to stay indoors, where it's cozy, don't forget to move that body too. Try the Freezington Snow Stamper today and get your body moving to stay warm all night. Lift both hands in the air, wave here, wave there, bow low, touch a toe, and freeze. Then up with top to start it all once more. Form a circle with friends and don't be shy. The Snow Stamper will keep you young at heart. That sounded more like a weird radio commercial. Town records, tourism initiatives. Freezington souvenir brainstorming sessions. Minutes taken by the town's tourism lead. Minutes taken? I'm assuming that's like supposed to be written by, but more like formal. We got a lot of submissions in our last round, so our thanks to all who contributed ideas. We settled on an idea for a new Freezington souvenir sure to lure in many visitors. A shirt featuring our own King of Bountiful Harvests. By reusing the artwork from some old documents, we should be able to keep design costs low too. Basically, we don't have any money, but we want some sort of souvenir. What can we do? Well, everyone loves shirts, right? Sure, free shirts for everyone. I guess it wasn't, well, we got it free. Technically we didn't have to read all of them. I think we could just read one of them and it would actually qualify, but it gives us more options, and I actually haven't answered any of the wrongs before. I think it might give some fun responses for Calyrex. We need to try that. Let's see if I can ride my bike over there. I really dig this purple and black outfit. It looks neat. Okay, Calyrex. Right. You don't have anyone to speak through. Hmm? Oh, hey there, Chief. I had a feeling someone called me. Was it you? Huh? Well, that solves that problem. Human child, were you able to find something out about my loyal steed? Yes. You say you found out about something that my loyal steed could not resist? It has been so long since we rode together that I had completely forgotten. With this information, we may be able to lure my loyal steed to me yet. So tell me, what is it that my loyal steed would find so irresistible? Well, there is the thing about the Reins of Unity. The Reins of Unity, you say? 'Tis true that they would help me regain the link with my loyal steed, but it has been many years since the humans made a new set of reins for me. I doubt we shall be able to obtain them now. Was there perhaps anything else you discovered information about? Well, it was the freezing snow samba. The freezing snow samba? I did see the villagers performing a strange dance some years ago, but it was hardly irresistible. Wow. In fact, I imagine even a Greedent would lose its appetite after one look at such an odd display. Was there perhaps anything else? The shirt? Yes, the garment with my image on. I suspect that even a poor... what is... Facsimile? Facsimile? Facsimile. I've never seen that word before. What even does that mean? I suspect that even a poor facsimile of my visage would be enough to send my loyal steed running. Its loyalty is not what it used to be. Was there perhaps anything else? I guess the carrots. Oh, carrots, you say? Yes, I remember now. Even back when we were together, it would leap at any chance to eat some kind of crop. It took everything I had to restrain it. Looking back, the crop must have been carrots. I mean, your depth human child. It means a copy of something. Oh, thanks, Bounce. I didn't know that. This is a very educational stream for me. I learning. Let's try that again. I am learning new words today. Facsimile. Facsimile. Okay. Says you got beaten to the punch. What we must do now is clear. If we are able to find carrots somewhere, it should be but a trifle to lure my loyal steed back to me. I wonder, do the humans of the village grow any carrots? If we could obtain even a single seed, I could grow a carrot from it myself. Well, we know what to do. Get some some carrots. We also know who sells them. We also know that we can't afford them. Can I buy? No. Okay. That means we have oh, your dad was an English major? Major. That's look at all of you. I was about to say, look at all you English people. Yeah, I mean, all of you good at English people. We have a choice. The easiest is to do another adventure. Alternatively, I should do a few dens. It's because we lack some more of the Dynite ore in order to buy the carrot seeds. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't give you enough from the tutorial. It would have given you enough from the tutorial if you had actually teamed up with someone, because then if you get all the way... actually, if you get all the way and only lose like... I think you can... I think if you get all the way with... Oh! Without losing any health and cats, the legendary, you can get a total of 12? I think the most I've ever gotten was 11. But we only got like 6, so we are a bit low, as in too low. We could do 2 dens. We're gonna do an adventure. Hey, Vox, are you around? Because if you want to join, you can do that now. If you want to, if you're still around. Because that would probably make it easier. We do need to go through some adventures later to try and see if we can find the ghost types anyway. So it's not a big deal, it's just a bit annoying that it's kind of forcing us to do it now, since I didn't quite plan for it. I should save, I just realized, because if the game crashes, it's a lot of time wasted. But yeah, Vox, if you're around, and if anyone else wants to join, please chime in. If I remember correctly, I think only Vox here owns the game. I don't know. I mean, there could also be some viewers who are not active in chat that have the game. In which case, when you see the code, feel free to jump in. I don't mind. I'm giving it a bit just in case Vox is like trying to get their Switch or something. Meantime, we can have a look at... I think Chalky has been around enough for now, so we're gonna take Sadako or Big Mouth, depending on what you want to call them, up front. Wait, was Baldur not part of our... No, not part of our league team. Right. Huh. You'll join in spirit. That's fine, Cat. You'll still be more than welcome to join in spirit. But we can have a quick look at Big Mouth, exactly says. I'm gonna have a look here real quick. We should go back and do the Diglett quest on the Isle of Armor. I'll probably do that when we're done here, before we do the carrots. We have time. I don't have a hard limit on how long I'm streaming. I'm thinking we do that and plant the carrots today. We'll see how long it takes. So we'll get a Lowland Marowak today. And then we could technically go and get Spiritomb as well. And that would actually mean that we have... Oh, right. I haven't called Mimikyu or Sableye either. Mimikyu is basically available all over the Crown Tundra as long as there's a foggy weather, which there of course isn't, because why would there be? In fact, no foggy weather anywhere. So Mimikyu is still not gonna join the team anytime soon. That's a bit of a bummer. Sableye, at the other hand, is available at the lakeside cave in any weather, which I believe is here. No, that's a Roaring Sea. It's here. Yeah, down here. We'll have to head down there anyway. Spiritomb is right underneath, like here on the map. So if we combine those two, we can get 2 new. How does one get a Spiritomb? I didn't know it was available. Oh, Buns, that's actually... you do it by... How about I just show it instead of tell it? We'll do that today then, so that I can show it. But it's... yeah, I'll explain it when it gets relevant, if you don't mind. I think that's better than explaining it now and then explaining it again later when we actually do it. But I will show it. It's actually surprisingly simple. The only problem is that it does, unfortunately, require you to have a Nintendo Switch Online account subscription, because you need to connect to the online functionality to be able to get it. Unless there is a way around that, but it does require you to know someone else with the game who you can get together with locally so that you can use the local net. I'll explain a bit more about that later. Anyway, Vox, did you completely disappear? Seems like they did, doesn't it? I guess I'll give Vox a chance. We'll go and we'll just go and do Spiritomb now. Oh, on that note, I need a name for it. If anyone's got any good ideas, give them, please. I forgot to look up names again. I'm that smart. Right, I can't fly anywhere. I'm so used to just being able to fly to places. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll drive all the way to the very southmost point of this, of Galar, I guess. If I can remember how to get to... There we go. Ooh. Freezington. Still can't believe they couldn't come up with a more original name for this area, but sure, Freezington it is. So, okay, it bothers me that I didn't grab it. Oh, I forgot there's our Gengar. Hey, floats? I forgot Gengar floats. Huh. Oh yeah, of course, it's a ghost. Mary Garcia. Cats, that is such an internal joke, you know that. Oh, for those of you who don't know, at least I'm fairly sure that it's not Thomas. That's an even. Okay, both of those names. I've been playing Phasmophobia with those two, with Lovable, Abusive, and Catastrophics recently, and some of the ghost names are just hilariously dumb. Mary Garcia is not the dumb name. That one is because we had a bunch of trouble with that ghost. Thomas, that's just the name that cracks us up. And where am I going? Spiritomb. At a moment of, what? I don't think I'm gonna call them any of that. I kind of want a legit name for it. Like a proper name. Not Christopher Thomas, because that guy... Okay, fair enough. I guess Vox is not around at the moment, huh? That's fair. I don't expect him to stay around all the time, so... But yeah, we're now at Ballymere Lake, and what we'll do is, I think the shortest way is go to the left here, and then drive down here, because we need to go and find a very particular gravestone, which is kind of out of the way. No cats, we're not calling it Torbjörn. Oh, what? Spending way too many hours in that game. Okay. Not Tarbanzo. That caught me so off guard that I actually drew into the shuckle. Oi. But yeah. The lone grave we're looking for is right over here in the corner. And what we want to do in order to get Spiritomb is that we'll examine it. Also, we can see footprints right next to it. That's in regards to the all the quests we're doing. Oh, welcome back, Vox. Well, what I was trying to say was that if you want to, you can join a Dynamax lair in a moment, because I need more Dynite ore to continue the main quest. So I figured, hey, if you wanted to, we could do that. But I'm just doing Spiritomb real quick first. So in order to get Spiritomb, we talk to this. We read this where it says, "Spread my voice." That's a very vague hint, and what you're supposed to do here is actually a throwback to the game where it originated in, where Spiritomb was first in, I believe. In that game, you had to, I think it was the Sinnoh games, where you had to use the underground feature to talk to 32 other players in order to, well, get Spiritomb to spawn. We have to do exactly the same here. Log on to the online feature and then talk to Izanagi, to 32 people. So that's 1. 2. Oh, that doesn't count. So, no, hey, come back here, you. Come back here with your bike. 3. Okay, this could take a bit, but it's basically what we have to do. The good thing is there's so many people in this area. Oh, I should probably pick this up. There's usually so many people in this area that it's relatively fast to do. It shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. depending on where we are. I don't think it matters if you leave the area, and I don't think it resets if you disconnect. I think it keeps a tally at all times. I'm fairly sure you can't do the same person multiple times though, at least not within the same day. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, everything's a bit laggy, isn't it? That's 4. Did I not say Spiritomb? Oh, right, we're trying to name Spiritomb. 5. Six. Sorry about that. Getting a lot of new items. 7. 8. The way to know if you're already talking to them is basically just by... If you get an booking item from them, you've not spoken to them today. That was 8, right? 9. Oh, damn it, I found footprints instead. Usually this is a pretty good spot to stand when the connection wants to work. Unfortunately, Game Freak's multiplayer servers are a bit spotty, as you can see, none of these people are moving. I'm fairly sure they're not in this position at the moment. They should have moved on, but I think if I just move, it should start updating locations of players as I move. There we go, yep. 10. I don't quite understand how or why they coded it like this. It's bizarre. 11. Everyone looks the same right now. 12. 20 more. Okay, 5 minutes was maybe a bit optimistic. 13. I wouldn't imagine it taking more than 10 though. That was 13? Shoot, commentary and counting at the same time, not easy. I think that was 13, right? Otherwise, correct me in chat. And no, I'm not gonna call it that, Vox. I want a proper spirit name. 14. So if anyone knows any good real-life ghosts or ghost stories, be my guest. Oh, I already talked to Yanni. 15? Yes, 15. 16, that should be... No, wait, that's not 16. I do wonder why it's 32 specifically that they went with. 16, halfway. Oh, the footprints. Hey, come back. 16. We're getting a lot of food items for camping that we don't need. Oh, there's a dude. 17. Counting with Maddie, basically. 18. Oh, wait. You poofed. Okay. 18. No. 18. I'm good at this. 19. Why are there people in this corner over here? Oh. 20? 20, okay. Name it Chidori. It means 1,000 birds, referencing that Spiritomb is a cluster of souls. That is not a bad idea. Unless someone has something that's more specific to ghosts, that is actually not a bad idea. 21. Also just a pretty name, to be honest. Hey, you come here. You come here. You're my number 22, mate. Johan. It's not the most thrilling quest. Hey, no, come back! Come back! Whoa, How are you driving for so long without lagging? Oh no, I accidentally triggered another quest. I forgot about this. Well, I guess we're starting quest number 3 as well. Here's a cutscene. I didn't mean to do this. That looks cool when it's kind of foggy up here. I usually see this during daytime. That looks really nice during night, actually. Oh look, it's a bird. Don't mind me, just ghosting. Another bird. It's kind of cool that they actually spent animation budget on this. Because they technically really didn't have to, but it's a nice throwback to Pokemon 2000, the second Pokemon movie, where the 3 legendary birds are fighting it out. Oh. Awkward. They're all like, ugh, stupid human. Well, I guess we'll just move on. I'll explain what that's about later, but I guess we accidentally triggered them. I kinda didn't want to do that yet. We'll get around to that quest. It's super annoying, I didn't mean to initiate it, but I guess we did. Oh well. What do you want, Peony? Oi oi, it's me, Peony. Listen, I wanted to ask you something. Hang on, Chief, there's breaking news on the telly. They're saying some dodgy bird Pokemon are popping up left and right. There's this pointy-feathered one in the wild area, plus a fury-looking one out on the Isle of Armor, and this fancy, graceful one's apparently flying about the Crown Tundra. Wouldn't it be something if they turned out to be the bird Pokemon I wrote that clue about? If that were the case, I think I'd call this expedition something like... A Legendary Tree of a Legendary 3. Now I've gone and ultra mega completely forgot what I called you for in the first place. Well, life's too short to sweat the small stuff. Ta, Chief. Boy, he is so cringy. Tacky, he's so tacky. Well, basically this note explains it. We just have to catch the each of the birds in different locations. The one in Crown Tundra is definitely a more annoying one, but it's teasable. We'll see if we're gonna do it legit or not. I'm confused about why they gave you a pack of potatoes. That is true, cats. That is weird. Hades is also an option in the same vein. It's Sword and Shield. Oh, you're explaining, yeah. More Snom. Unfortunately, cats, I'm not allowed to use Snom. But Hades, I think Chidori is cuter than Hades. Also, I lost count. 22? 23. We call it 23. You're not human. You're a dinosaur. You're not even Pokemon, you're just dinosaur. Where are all the people at? Oh, there we go. 24. Five. Guys, I'm not allowed to catch Snom. 26. Almost done. 20, that's a 3. 27. Bag of Stardust, huh. Wait. 28? I hate when they poof right in front of me. 29? True, who needs to go food shopping when everyone just gives you food? It's very true. 3 more? Unless I completely lost count after I accidentally triggered that cutscene. 30? $31? Oh, no! I only talk to you, apparently. How about you? Bonjour. 31. One more, unless I miscounted. Hey, Gengar. Come on, just one more. Just one more. You? Good Abend. I think that was 32. Well, if I got it right, we'll be able to see it. Otherwise, I'm fairly sure there should be a few people down by the tombstone. Okay, let's see. Whoa! Back spike. Okay. So, there's no Spiritomb right now. It says my voice has been heard. So, we did do it correctly, so I'll just disconnect from here again for now, because it's a bit laggy when I'm running around. What we need to do now to actually get it to spawn is exit the area and come back. Unfortunately, oh, actually we can just fly to the Dynatree. There's a fly spot for that, I didn't even know that. This should reload the area, which means we should be able to get Spiritomb now. And that's all you have to do to get Spiritomb. If you do not have an internet connection, I have not confirmed this, or not, if you do not have an online account, I believe, I have not confirmed, but you should probably look it up. There it is. You should, in theory, be able to do the same thing just by using local connection. I think you can do it by connecting locally to a friend, talking to them, disconnecting, reconnecting, talking to them again, and doing that 32 times. I believe that should still work. I have not tested it, but I've heard someone speculate that it might. I'd look into it if I were you, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch online account, just in case, because it's good to know if you can. But yeah, that's Spiritomb right there. The interesting thing about this is that because it's not a legendary, it actually has pretty good catching odds. I believe it has... Wait, what is its odds? It's like 100? Not 100%, but like in numbers? Oh, is it 100%? I don't know. That's a very good question. Do we just try and throw a ball in? What do we catch it in? What do we catch it in? What do we want to give the spirit to? Snow, freezing temperatures confirmed. Where's CMM? EMF, any hopes? You guys, you've been playing too much Phasmophobia. And no problem, Bonds. I figured I might as well explain thoroughly what I'm doing. I mean, it could help if anyone's watching, and you're watching, so. That worked in Gen 4, but I doubt it will work because the game likely remembers my username. Vox, that might be true. It depends on how sophisticated the code is. If it just tracks count, I'm not using the Master Ball on this thing. It seems a bit... I feel like I should use the Master Ball on... Maybe I should use the Master Ball on Giratina and Lunala. I know they are 100% catch rate, but you know, for the swag or whatever. Want me to use a Dusk Ball? That sounds like a good idea. Do I have any? Here's a problem, I don't have any Dusk Balls. Oh no! I don't have Dusk Balls? Will a Luxury Ball suffice? I mean, we can give Luxury to, what is it, 100 souls, right? I don't know. Fast Ball doesn't really work well. Friend Ball? I mean, we could also make friends with the Ghost. Actually, looking at its pattern, a Friend Ball wouldn't look wrong, since Spiritomb has some green in it, right? Is there a Friend Ball in it? What other ball would match? Not a level ball, heavy ball, no. Moon Ball. Moon Ball also wouldn't be a bad idea. Green Ball. Oh. Ooh, how about a Dream Ball? I kind of want to do a Dream Ball. 108, what is that in odds? Because regardless, I'm gonna have a no multiplier of what I throw at it. I think I'm tempted to I'm really feeling the Dream Ball. 107 roommates. I mean, yeah, but Luxury Ball is just like, I don't know. It's nice. But don't we... But ghosts can dream too. Ghosts have dreams too, guys. Ghosts have dreams too. Oh. Are we going luxury? I guess we're going luxury. Ooh, we can use the dream balls on the legendaries. Now watch this, I'm gonna throw the Master Ball instead. Are we going luxury? Luxury or dream? Come on guys. Luxury or dream? I wish we could customize Pokeballs. Didn't you used to be able to do that with like stickers in one generation? I missed that generation. I missed out on that generation. Unfortunately. That's it. Do I have hypnosis or anything on this thing? I will wisp. Probably not a bad idea to up my odds a bit by doing that. Wait, if you dream ball it, put it to sleep. Don't waste a dream ball. But can you not catch it unless it's asleep with a dream ball? Makes it easier to catch while it's sleeping. Well, I mean, it just means that it has normal odds if I do it with that, right? I don't have anything that can put it to sleep, so that's a no-go. I'm gonna try a dream ball. Oh, look, I was about to throw it at full health. Yeah. Hey, it worked! Look at that! It doesn't look as nice when I see it like that, but hey, it's a very unique ball. So it was Chidori? Not Chiridori, right? Chidori. Let me scroll up in chat here. Chidori, yes. Spiritomb. We're gonna nickname it Chidori. I accidentally pressed the... I guess I want to capture that moment forever. It's forever stored in our hearts. Or something. So, Vox, did you want to partake in a lair real quick? I think that's gonna be the last thing we do today. We're gonna do that and then buy the carrots, and then we'll plant the carrots next time. No, I didn't even see you here. Well, hey there. You alright? Me? I'm carrying on as usual, I suppose. Hey, have you heard the rumors about this great big tree, the Dyna tree? Apparently something nice happens if you give it a good shake. I don't think I've got the arms for it, but I bet you could shake it good. Well, it has a secret, but it's not really worth the shake. Okay. In that case... Oh, wait, the game saves automatically when I enter. We are gonna go online. And as I said earlier, if anyone wants to join, you're more than welcome to. I don't mind at all. Please don't sabotage the expedition. And not that it matters, because as soon as we get in, I think we should get at the minimum 2 just from going in, so it should be fine. We're gonna head in, and we will not be chasing down Suicune because we're not interested. If I pick anything is fine, there's a random chance that I might just get anything. We're gonna do a code that's like 23458900. 23458900. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave that screen for just a few seconds. That's gonna be my code. Anyone wants to join, feel free to join. We're gonna have a blast. Hopefully. One moment. Sorry about this. I seem to have caught a bit of a cold recently, which is unfortunately annoying. But yeah, let's open that up. 3 minutes. for people to join. So if we're lucky, we might find either Giratina, Lunala, or Blacephalon? Blacephalon? I don't know how to pronounce it. It's one of the Ultra Beasts from the Alola region. One moment. I need to check something. Is that right that Blacephalon is Ghost type? Strikes me as a bit odd. Strikes me a bit odd. I need to check something real quick. Sorry. I'll set it up again in a moment. Sorry whoever was there. Oh, you're right, Vox. I can't get the Ultra Beast right now. Vox, could you jump on Discord real quick? I have something I need to ask you, which I'm not gonna ask on stream. Just for a short second. Meanwhile, how do you pronounce that? It's called Sukadoon in Japanese, apparently. Yes, it is Fire Ghost. It's that weird, what is it called? Almost clown-looking thing. I really don't like it, but we kind of have to get it, which is fortunate. But at least I know exactly what to call it, because there's a certain, what is it called? Clown in, no, what was it called again? 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 7, 8, 9, 9. I'm not gonna start it just yet, because I need to check something real quick. No, I'm not wearing a clown nose. That's true. Vox, did you hear my requests about Discord? It's semi-important. Please. In regards to the... oh, I forgot all about the Alolan Marowak. Thankfully, in regards to that, we have to find... there is 151 different Digletts. Oh, okay, tech issues, got ya. That's probably also why I haven't seen you in the lobby yet. That, and I closed it down so you couldn't join. What was the thing I was thinking? Oh, Digletts. There's 151 Digletts to find, and we only need 50 of them, so that's a third. So it shouldn't take that long to get. One moment. But yeah. Vox, if you're ready, actually I should wait with setting up until I know you're ready, because if you have tech issues, that would be bad. I know you had a bit with your internet, so I'm just making sure. But yeah, Lunala is, in regards to, we're just gonna talk a bit here about some of the Pokemon we have to catch. Lunala specifically from the Alola region is my favorite of the two cover legendaries. I'm not a big fan of... I'm not a big fan of the... oh, you're good. Okay. Oh, setting up then. And again, anyone can join. I'm not a big fan of the lion. I forget the name of it. Cover legendary from the Alola region. Lunala is so much cooler. Especially when it gets combined with... Zekrom? Is that the name of the Pokemon from the Ultra games? I can't remember. Regardless... Oh, Giratina. Right. Giratina. think that was about the only thing I thought was cool about that generation specifically of games. That was the whole thing with Giratina and the negative field, or what is it called? Inverse pocket dimension thing? I can't remember. Necrozma. Thank you, Barnes. Necrozma. Ah, okay. Necrozma. Yeah, the combination of Lunala and Necrozma looks amazingly good in my opinion. It's good. It's like, that's a cool fusion. But yeah, Giratina. What's the place Giratina? It's like not negative space, it's the something dimension. The inverse, the I can't remember. Nope, I can't remember. But it was cool. Like, it's used the whole idea that the games were now in a three-dimensional space to tilt things like gravity so that you could walk on ceilings and stuff. I believe that's Vox. And I don't think anyone else will join. I'm gonna ready up, and when we hit 30 seconds, I think I've given people plenty of chance to join. So, I wonder what happens to that other person who was here. Oh, it's actually not impossible. They just guessed the code and then found my lobby or was using it. That's happened to Vox and I quite a few times. Mostly back when it was a 4-digit one, but it still sometimes happened with 4 digits, which is fascinating when that happens. But then again, with so many million people playing the game, thousands of people playing it concurrently at all times, not that surprising that it happens. 30 seconds, fine. I guess it's just Vox and I, which is fine. So let's do this. Should we wrap up with this and then Diglett, I guess? I'll take a Whiscash. Diglett shouldn't take too long. I think that would be a fine. Vox, I don't talk Japanese, so I know hi means yes. Ano hito wa watashi desu. Oh, you're saying yes, that is me. Got it. Yeah, fairly sure that's what it means. That's fascinating. I'm actually starting to recognize some words from that language. Huh. Well, the more you know. So what are we going up against? We have a psychic type. Well, that's not ghost. We want to go for poison then. That was not the path I was thinking, but sure, we'll go that way. Okay. Ooh, Vox, I like your avatar. I was about to say your outfit. Okay. I can bounce. Super effective. Max airstream. Why not? Let's get this one easy. Poison is weak to psychic. Oh. You're right. For some reason I thought it was the other way around. It's funny how I still do. This is exactly why I normally have a type chart right in front of me. Right. Poison is weak to psychics because you can use your mind to ignore the pain. That still would kill you in the end, since it's poison, but you know. Fog is super effective, yeah, because people... Alright, the way to remember psychic types and weaknesses is to remember phobias. Fear of dark, fear of ghosts, fear of bugs. Looking for a Giratina since the DLC dropped. Found one ghost legendary and got excited, but guess what? Oh, not Giratina, that sucks, Bonds. Well, keep looking, I'm sure you will find it. If you catch all of them, you will be guaranteed to find it eventually. Yeah, Blacephalon? Cannot pronounce it. That one I also forgot it existed entirely. To be honest, most of the Ultra Beasts kind of drop out of my mind most of the time. To be fair, technically not Pokemon, since Ultra Beast is, I don't know, I mean they are Pokemon, but they're not entirely a weird classification. But yeah. That sucks that you didn't get the one you were looking for though. But hey, keep going at it, you'll get it eventually. And who knows, maybe when you finally find it, you might even get it shiny if you're really lucky. That would be something. Okay, Cypher down. I'm still catching them. If you're wondering, why is Matty catching everything in Premier Bowls? It's just something I do. I have every single legendary from the game in Premier Bowls now. It's a weird thing about me. I kind of like Premier Bowls, mainly because they're simple, for one, but also I actually do want to swap because this one has a bug type move. But also because of the simple fact that I kind of don't want to go up against fire now. Oh, both of these are bad for me. Water type. We'll go this way because there's berries. But yeah, what was the thing? Premier balls, right. It's in part because I like how simple they are, and because they kind of, like, they're like the event balls, but inverse. Rather than being all red, they're all white. So they're like my personal event balls. And, we should have gone normal. Okay. Damn. Well, can't win them all. And on top of that, there's also just the fact that using that is like, it's a ball you don't even pay for, so it's the ultimate, like, yeah, I don't... It's the ultimate discount way of catching things, I guess, which just feels funny. That is one big surfboard tail. I quite like what they did with Alone and Raichu, to be honest. It's like... I believe it's partially a throwback to a Pokemon, a Raichu in the anime. There was a Raichu in... I think it was on the Orange Islands. Was it the Orange Islands or was it in the Alola? I think it was the Orange Islands, where there was a Raichu that had bright blue eyes and would surf around with its trainer. Alolan Raichu uses its tail as a surfboard and has bright blue eyes. It seems like they might have taken some inspiration there. Just random thing. I watch way too much Pokemon trivia for my own good these days, so if I spout random nonsense every now and then, it's probably because I watched someone else's compilation of hey, did you know this Easter egg stuff. Like, unfortunately I wouldn't be able to remember who I heard it from because there are so many. But yeah. We should have gone normal. It's actually the most expensive way of doing it, as the cheapest way to get Premier Balls is 10 plus. That's a good point. Each Premier Ball is technically worth 10 times. I mean, each Premier Ball is worth 1,000 Pokédollars? When you count it like that? Huh. I hadn't actually considered that. Oh, but then again, how much do you get 50% back when you sell the balls again? Because I always sell the Pokeballs after I bought them. That would mean that each Premier Ball is 500 Pokédollars, unless you get less back. If it's 30%, then I can't do the math in my head. It's from an early episode in the Cancer region, where an old surfer dude has a special surfing Pikachu with blue eyes. Oh, okay. Thank you, Vox. You apparently know your trivia better than I do, which makes sense. I didn't really watch much of the anime, and when I did, actually, I think I watched the entirety of season 1, way back in the late 90s, when I was still young. Back when I was a youngster. Oh man, now I feel old. But hey, we got past Magma. Magma is such an ugly Pokemon. There's probably someone who thinks it's the coolest thing ever, but I'm not a fan. But hey, you do you. I'm not gonna judge. We get a bit of healing. We've lost 1 heart. That's not too bad, actually. Fairy of Steel. One moment. Psychic. Psychic. Oh, Ghost. Fairy and Steel are both... we have... we're gonna go Steel because we have a Fire type on us, which should help us, and none of these... Like, anything is better than Poison, and the 2 others don't really do anything in regards to Psychic type. So I think it's fine to pick this one. Magma was the original Dogface. I mean, you're not entirely wrong, Sass. That's Steel type? Wait, is it Steel... Is it like Steel Ice? Stefan Pikachu was called Puka. That sounds familiar, actually, now you mention it. Well, it's not a whole lot of damage, but it's an honest day's work. Hopefully, Fire Blast. Oh! Oh wow! That thing doesn't stand a chance, except it managed to take out Magma in 1 hit. That makes sense. And it started Sandstorm. Of course it did. Still Ice, 4 times weak to fire. True. It's just a shame that it had a ground type... rock type? Rock type move. Why would you do Sweet Kiss? Oh, Confusion. Okay. Fair. I take it back. Good move. Potentially good move. There are two hearts left. That's fine. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. I know a lot of the Alolan variants were probably made specifically to cater to fans when they introduced the Kanto Alolan variants, or the Alolan variants of Kanto Pokemon. Specifically also because there was so much going on at the time in regards to, hey, Kanto and events about Kanto, and do you remember Kanto? Because Kanto is awesome. Who doesn't want to go to Kanto? I might be a bit annoyed about Gen 1ers at this point. Or mainly, or rather about Game Freak's inconsistent need to reinforce Gen 1 upon us. But we have a fun team in regards to typings. But regardless, I still think most of the Alolan Pokemon, Alolan variant, are actually really cool. Like, I really love Alolan Vulpix. It is so cute. Oh, hey Mewtwo. Fancy seeing you around. Big, he's bad. He's here. Do we have anything that's... I have something that's super effective, right? I do. I have 2 things. They're equally super effective, if I remember correctly. One is just stronger. Okay. Wait, one is stronger, but the other one has stab. Shoot, I should have picked the other one, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should have picked the other one. Yeah, speaking of Gen 1, good call, cats. Mewtwo heard me being annoyed and was like, yo, you trash talking my gen? And now I'm taking heavy damage for it. Damn. Yeah, stab. Sorry, Vox. I realized it after. Hey, at least I realized it after I clicked. I know, Vox. Alright, you can't hear me until 20 seconds from now. I know. You probably, now that you're writing that, I probably said it right after you wrote those messages, to be honest. And, oh wait, I should have picked the other one. Yeah, stab. Stab. I really wish that the game would just... No, stop it. Have built in, like... I like that they added the whole thing where you can see if it's super effective or not. I wish it would show like the 2x for normal super effective and 4x I'm dead for like double super effectiveness. And even if there's stab on it, it would be nice. Just some more visibility, transparency on how much damage we deal. Because having to constantly remember these things for a casual scumbag like me leads to things like these where I did deal as much damage as I could have, unfortunately. Probably wouldn't have made that big a difference, but it would have made a difference. So, yeah, a shame. But it would have been nice. I know that there will be a big group of people. Oh, that's it, we're out. There'll be a big group of people who would riot against that, but honestly, just make it optional. Make it so that in the settings, if you need these tool assisting to remember these things, make it possible to enable it. I don't see why you shouldn't add accessibility. Okay, nothing shiny. Why wouldn't you add accessibility tools? That way you also help more people having easier access to understanding the game, which means you can cater to a younger audience, which today, let's be honest, maybe not most, a lot of people I've okay, I'll get back to that. Thanks for helping, Vox. That we're not gonna actually finish it. I just needed the Dynidol, so that's fine. But yeah, a lot of younger people I've talked to, and that's not a whole lot, but you know, seem to prefer games that have like that aren't too tough. And I've even myself fallen a bit into the whole thing with, hey, the game is too tough. It can be more chill that way. Of course, it's also good to have a challenge every now and then, but you know. So why not make it more accessible for a wider audience? But you don't need to make the game easier per se. You're just taking away the whole idea that, hey, that's Moltres, we're not catching it. You're just taking away the whole idea that you are forced to memorize every single aspect of the game. Thanks, Kat. I'm glad you agree. Anyway, we're gonna end off with gathering a few Diglets. And by a few, I mean 50. Unless we got some, don't we? Let's go up and check our status, actually. Yeah, as you can see, the birds are roaming, but not in the classic way where you had to do random encounters to find them. They are doing... Each of them has their own pattern, where they fly around... specifically Moltres here seems to fly around in somewhat of a circle pattern. Let's see, I found 6 Diglett. Okay, that's not a whole lot. Ah, hole, like, you know, digging. Okay, never mind. The guide I have here says that we should start in Brawler's Cave. We're gonna go to Brawler's Cave. Up here. Where... Eh? Oh, that's from that entrance. We can go in from the other entrance. It's not a problem. And yes, I will be using a guide because I don't want to waste time just having to look for everything. But if we see anything on the way, I'll just grab it. Well, maybe not, but you know, like that one. Actually, I can remember that I took the one right at the entrance. Not a problem. That will make it 7. 6 more in here. 8. Actually, come to think of it, the ones in here are fairly easy to find. Yeah, super easy. 9. 8 at the collision of the bike. Moltres froze for a tick? Really? I didn't even know that. Oh yeah, of course, Vox, you would want that's 10, right? Yeah. You would want pro difficulty. I can understand that. And you know what? I think that should be an option. Like, add the accessibility tools to the game, but allow people who know what they're doing or doesn't want the hand holding, allow them to turn it off. Then it's win-win in all camps. It'll be 11. Because why not, right? Not all of us are good at remembering stuff, so... yeah. 12. And I mean, they could even make it so that it's a requirement that it's turned off for tournaments if people feel like it takes away the skill of that. That's up to the Pokemon Company to decide, not me, of course. But I'm just saying that's also a possibility. I lost count. I lost count. Wow, we only just... See, I'm not good at doing multitasking when it comes to counting and collecting. So, yeah, I already lost count of how many Digletts we found. Maybe one more over here unless I will pick him up. Nope, he's here. Here's the last one for this area. I could technically just... Okay, let's see. In here, there were 6. 7. There were 7 here. Now it wants us to go to Challenge Beach. Where there are 9. That would make it... That would put us up at 15. Okay, that's another way to do it. Once I'm done in this area, we started with 6? Oh, heck. That would put us to 21? Difficult to shoot and just be levels, but like take Auri and Clara at Trial 3. Literally has Pokemon with only 2 moves each. True. I agree. They when it comes to that kind of difficulty scaling, that's not really what I was talking about. But I agree that Game Freak has a lot to learn in regards to difficulty scaling in general. The way they scaled the Isle of Armor, it's funny. It feels. Am I talking slightly different when I'm talking about these things? Because it feels like I am. Regardless, this is not the one I'm looking at. This is the second one. Regardless, when it comes to the scaling of what they did on Isle of Armor, you can definitely tell it's their first time doing level scaling because it is not scaling proper at all. First and foremost, it only scales until it has 2 settings. It has before post-game and after post-game. And that's just not adequate. It should honestly have scaling for every GM badge so that it constantly follows you. That way it would also be a great place for grinding. That's not just my opinion. I think that should just be general game design 101, to be honest. But I digress. The problem is not only the levels, just as Vox is pointing out. It's also the fact that oh yeah, on a high difficulty, why not give them 4 moves each for coverage, keeping the player on their toes? Maybe even evolve one of their Pokemon and give them items. I fully agree with that sentiment. They should scale it like that. Like when I am post game, why shouldn't the opponent actually be tough? I have level 100 Pokemon. Why not make it? I mean, even if I have level 70 Pokemon, why not make them so that they have full move set and everything? It's DLC. So then just scale it down from there depending on where you are in the game. Rather than being like, oh, we have 2 settings. We have super easy and we have slightly tougher. There's really no hard mode for the Isle of Armor. Which is shame, because right, that's not why I came here. I came here to grab the Diglett. I hope people don't mind me talking a bit about this aspect of things. Just we're doing something that's super tedious, and I figured a bit of debate wouldn't hurt the stream. Because I feel like I have some valid opinions. Like, I'm not officially a game designer, but I've studied, not literally studied, but I've been like observing patterns, playing a lot of video games, which is also something that counts for something. Experience is also a thing, with different titles. So I feel like I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm here. Oh, all the way up here. Got it. I feel like what I'm saying at least should have some value to it. And I don't know. It just, they could have done a better job with the level scaling. They completely gave up on it with Crown Tundra. Although to be fair, I don't think that was because they thought they couldn't do it. I think it's more so that they didn't feel like it was necessary, and to some degree I actually do agree with that. The Crown Tundra feels like it should be a post-game area. Which unfortunately also leads me to ask the question, why is it available right from the get-go? Why can I go there from the get-go? I'm super grateful it is, because it means you can cheese the heck out of this game and just not need to do much work at all in order to get some results and a lot of legendaries. So from that perspective, I can definitely understand. I definitely don't mind it. Where am I looking for this Diglett? I need a camera that kind of matches with what I'm seeing in this picture. Around here. Wait, I already picked that up. Another one over here or something? Wait a second. What's going on here? I think I skipped one. I think I skipped one. I'm supposed to be at a rock where I can see that cave over there. From an angle like... Aha! There it is. Hey guy, could you... There you go. But yeah. If they actually wanted to just be a post-game area, I don't quite understand why it isn't locked away until post-game. Or at least some of the features? I don't know. Part of it is locked, actually. Like, you can, for instance, not fight Calyrex before you have beaten the champion. It straight up just tells you, hey, you're not strong enough for this. As in, you haven't proven your worth. Balance Road up here. No, that's Terrain Low. Where's Trans Road? Of Honor. Wait a second. There we go. Downs Road. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate that they didn't log it, as I said, because it allows everyone to do something. It allows everyone easy access to everything. Although I do wonder if they've, I guess they've been doing that for generations. I had the thought that maybe doing things like this, they've been devaluing legendaries, but then I realized the last 2 generations, or just 1 generation, they've kind of already devalued legendaries to a point where it's like everyone has them anyway. The only thing I can say about the layers is that they're kind of devaluing legendary shinies. Although, as someone who doesn't really trade, it doesn't really mean much to me anyway. Oh, you meant for a difficulty setting in general for the game as a whole? That's a good point, Vox. I don't think we're gonna see Game Freak delve into that until they've learned how to do general scaling. But I agree that it's weird that the game doesn't have it at all. The one time they I still don't understand why the one time they did delve into trying difficulty settings, it was in Black and White from what I've heard. I haven't tried it yet, but Vox told me about that. And you have to have someone else beat the game in order for them to unlock a key so they can wirelessly send you the difficulty as an unlock. Like, what? And one version has the hard mode and the other has the easy mode. And it's just like, what is this madness? Why would anyone think that was a good idea to put difficulty setting behind that? That's insane. I don't understand who got that brilliant idea of doing that. It's weird. It's wild. A giant wild area as a map, scaled by badges, and have it open world otherwise would be fun. Oh, would be cool. I almost agree. I don't mind if some area access is restricted depending on badges, as long as it feels natural. Like, I think it's fine that you can... Then again, if the different areas scale their levels so that you don't just waltz in without risking getting hit, it's basically gonna be like an MMO where you have completely... Yeah, Breath of the Wild, exactly, Vox. Odds of just exploring. I do wonder, though, if it's too big a departure from the roots of Pokemon. Not like I disagree with the idea, I think it's interesting. I would definitely love to see a title like that. I think if they're gonna do that, they're gonna start doing it in a spin-off, though. I don't think Game Freak has quite the... After all the controversies they were through with... Where is this? Wait, it's like up here. With all the controversies they've been through with this generation, I don't think they quite have the luxury of experimenting to that degree. I think that's the best way of putting it. Like, Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda got away with breaking so many of the established... Oh! There is a siren going out outside. You guys can probably hear it because it's coming right by. That's not coming for me, don't worry. There's unfortunately been a lot like that lately. I found 30 so far. Okay, so we are 20 off. Not a problem. That's good. That's a nice even number. I hope that wasn't too loud. Not like I could help it. I'm just gonna really quickly get my prices up until now. We can of course not use these. Oh, but we can see one of my favorite Alolan forms. The Alolan Vulpix. It's so cute. Since we're not allowed to use it, we're not gonna nickname it. So we're just gonna move along. Actually almost looks ghostly, but it is ice. 30, there we go. Alolan Sandshrew. Also cool Pokemon. Literally, because it's ice type. Have I got... Oh wait, we don't have 40 yet. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I know Vox agrees with most... I assume Vox agrees with most of what I've said in regards to things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just rambling too much again. Should we put someone else behind us? I want Killer Frost with us. Because Killer Frost is so pretty. Ooh, wow. More than I thought it was. We're going to Courageous Cavern. Where we can find 7 more. Cool. Oh, whoops. I think it would be a back to basics for the true essence of Pokemon. Gen 1 was about as open world as you could make a game on the Game Boy. Well, to some degree. It had a few areas... Sorry, just need to adjust myself. It had a few areas that were locked off. Although, honestly, I think that is not a bad approach. Doing a mostly open world where you have the risk of getting knocked out if you go off the beaten path, of course. And then lock a few things off with what would be considered natural roadblocks. Or roadblocks that feel natural. I actually do agree that's not a bad way of doing it. Especially because... yeah, as long as you make it so that it's open world sections, and then you unlock a new section or a town in the case of what's that? Viridians? No, Celadon City? No, I can't remember what the middle city is called. Uh-oh. Everyone will be disappointed. The Team Rocket City, the Silphco City. Okay, I'll just make sure I got the right one. After you got past Misty, which is basically the tutorial area, except that was done subtle instead. Instead of in your face. That is true to some extent. After Misty, you have to go through the cave, don't you? Can't quite remember. It's been a long time since I played Gen 1. And I kind of just strolled through Let's Go at the time. Did I already? No, that's not the one. It's over here. Oh yeah, consider this a guide to finding the Diglets if you haven't already found them all. We're not going to find them all, but I'm going to show the ones I'm finding, at the very least. Oh, not that this one is hard to find. But yeah, I definitely think Pokemon I fully agree that Pokemon would benefit from being less linear, because it's gotten very linear over the years. Like X and Y was straight up just go from point A to point B to point C to point D and then through the alphabet. There was no detours whatsoever in that game, and the detours that were there were forced detours that just brought you back exactly where you were after you'd gone to the spot, because it wasn't a detour at all, you were forced to go there. So I definitely agree, the games need more openness, and I think the DLC actually delivers on that, and that's why they feel good to play. Like, they're a bit small, at least the Isle of Armor feels a bit small at times, but the Crown Tundra definitely does it well. The only thing that's lacking are less nature and more, you know, things to do-ish. So how many was that? That was an additional 7, so we're at 27. Cool, we're now heading to Fields of Honor. After you got past me, alright, then everything could be done in whatever order you wanted, as long as you ended it on Giovanni before going to the League, which was basically the endgame. Yes and no, there were a few more restrictions. You also had to get the Pokeflute at one point in order to unlock more. So, which, again, I think that's a good way of doing it. It slowly unlocks more open areas for you to explore. This is not the one in the picture. What am I picking up? I'll get it, but it's not the one in my pick. This one. Yeah, right. There's a lot right next to each other right here, actually. Also one right between the boxes here. The Johto games also allowed for bats 4 through 7 to be done in whichever order you felt like, and the entirety of Kanto open. That is true. I will say, Generation 2, the Kanto, I know everyone praises the game for being able to fit in Kanto and be able to revisit it. I personally felt like it was a bit tacked on. Supposed to be one here? Okay, that can't be right. Oh, it's not here. Here. Somewhere. Well, there it is. I personally feel like it felt a bit more tacked on than anything, and I think that is honestly in part because of how open it was. So I don't feel like Kanto in Gen 2 was done well, in general. But, I mean, as I understood from the development cycle, it was more of an afterthought that they wanted to do that, and they, because of the whole development hell they went through where they barely couldn't even fit it onto the cartridge, they didn't quite get around to do much with it. I think what they could do, if they ever decide to remaster Gen 2 again, they could definitely benefit from doing Kanto more justice in Gen 2, instead of just making it like a faithful recreation of like Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Absolutely amazing remakes. I will not take that away. They are by far some of my favorite games in the series. Where am I? According to this map, there's supposed to be one right here. I guess I have already taken it. Yeah, I must have. Absolutely amazing remakes. What I want though is less of a remake, more of a remaster. Take the games, do exactly the same, but improve. I don't think anyone is gonna bash you and criticize you and throw things at you for making a good game better. Like, it's basically risk-free. As long as you don't screw up something else that's well established and everyone else loved, you can't go wrong with that. And especially specifically with Generation 2, you can't go wrong with taking the very bare bones experience that is revisiting Kanto and expanding what's there. Like, improve what is already there, give more content, add more backstory. What happened in that year while those years while we were gone? Like, it's such a no-brainer to go back and do that, because I honestly feel like that was the original intention. I honestly can't, I mean, I obviously can't tell because I wasn't on the development team, Nor should I be. Or maybe I should. Give me a call, Nintendo. Never gonna happen. But it feels like it deserves it. Let me put it like that. It's a good game that can, like, as crazy as it sounds, it's a good game that can be even better. They can take that bonus that was Kanto and slap us in the face with it one more time, and I wouldn't mind as long as it's the revisit in Generation 2 and they do something meaningful with it. Then I don't mind going back to Kanto at all. Which is rare for me to say. Where am I? Further back, okay. Here. So yeah. Oh, I've been ranting so much that I forgot to read comments. Sorry, guys. I remember being really excited when I unlocked Kanto, then it was just really anticlimactic. Exactly, Cat. To get the Poké Float, you have to go to Silphco. This can be done 3 batches in. By beating Team Rock. Oh, right, you're right. I forgot about that, actually. I can never remember the order of things. Honestly, Kanto in Gen 2 should have had the gym leader be real bosses, like real bosses. In Gen 1, due to the way you unlock things, there was definitely suggested order to do it, but everything was very much up to the player. I fully agree. Vox, the post-game Kanto in Gen 2, they should have made it, like, also, not just the bosses, they should also optimize the areas so that I get the whole thing that it's supposed to be like authentic to, hey, remember when you were on Route 2 in the first game and everything was just level 5? Here's that experience one more time. You just come trouncing in with your level 75 team and it's just like, yeah, this is pathetic. I feel like it wouldn't have hurt for them to match what's actually going on with your team at that point. Did I already pick this one up? I did. Wait, no, I didn't skip one. Cool. And just in general, now we're back to the whole thing with that they need to learn how to balance the difficulty depending on batches, for instance, so that they can do this open thing that you can go for. Let's say you can go for Koga as one of the first gyms you wanted to, because if you manage to get there, and then let's just say that he uses a team that's balanced in a team size and a team level with a moveset and items that match where you are in the game. And I mean, that's a lot of coding, obviously. It's a lot of work and it's a lot of testing to make sure that everything's balanced, but it's doable. And honestly, with Pokemon being a multi-million-dollar profitable brand, I don't think it's too much to ask for them to do these things to try and make... I want to pick this one up, okay. To really give an even better experience for players. And also, again, difficulty settings would be awesome for accessibility to new players. But even if they don't do that, just scaling. Man, I feel like I got off on a tangent there. Sorry, guys. I hope it's not too boring to listen to me like super analyze all this stuff and talk about different generations like that. It's just my opinions, and honestly, I don't get to voice my opinions on Pokemon things in public very often. And I'm sometimes not sure how well thought through some of my opinions are, because sometimes it's just like, I don't like this thing, this should not be a thing, why is this a thing? And then Vox will be telling me, hey, you shut up about that. That thing is very valuable to people who actually play this on a competitive level. I'll be like, oh, well, they should make it so that it's not annoying for normal people then. And the conversation kind of stops there usually, but you know. But even then, I mean, it's good to bring up, like, as long as you can critique a product, a piece of art, anything, constructively, which I'm trying to do, I don't think any opinion is necessarily wrong. It's just a matter of, did I get everything in this area? Am I looking for something that's not here? I might have gotten everything here and I just didn't notice. But yeah, no opinion, as long as you are constructive about it and can explain exactly why it is you want things to be. I like one, thanks. If you can explain the reasoning behind your arguments in a way that's not just, I don't like it, it shouldn't be like that, or I want it to be like this because I like that. If you can actually come with solid arguments, which, I mean, it's not too much to ask if you're trying to engage in a debate that you actually bring arguments to the table. then I don't think there's any wrong opinion as per se. It becomes a wrong opinion if you have an opinion that is completely countered by all logic and all, like, let's say there is not just logic but also data to support the idea that what you want is not good. Let's make an outrageous claim here. I want everything to be able to get to level 100 within the first area up to the gym. I mean, anyone would say that's an outrageous idea. You shouldn't do that. And maybe my argument would be, I'm just setting off a Strawman, by the way. Maybe I'm also losing my voice. Sorry, guys. Maybe my argument would be, hey, it's because I like playing with level 100 Pokemon because I have access to everything about that Pokemon and I have the strongest type of that Pokemon. At that point, the counter argument would be things like, it's proven that without having a progress through the game, a lot of people wouldn't find any value in actually playing it as per se, because training and bonding with your team is also a big part of the experience of a Pokemon game. That's also just a lot of game design things that I wouldn't be able to really substantiate, but that's just one example. So to counter that very vague idea that, hey, I want it this way, that would be a wrong opinion then. You shouldn't, like, if you, well, not necessarily a wrong opinion, it would be a wrong way to argue for an opinion. But I'm getting super off track here. We got our Marowak. What do we call Bone Guy? He needs a name. He needs a name. Your opinion is wrong if your opinion is that Garbodor isn't Garbage and Pikachu is an elephant. Then yes, you have a very wrong opinion. Thanks, Vox. That's a much simpler way of putting it. That is a very good point. What do we call Bone Dude? Something with a skull? Ooh, isn't there like... Oh, there are characters named things with skull, right? Skull Rider? Isn't that like... Skull Rider. One moment. Or is that a company? Isn't that like an anti-hero? No, it's a bike. What? I thought it was a movie. Am I wrong? Bone Dude. No, Sass. We can't just call him Bone Dude. Although it is kind of a... No, we can't call him Bone Dude. Isn't it Skull Rider? I could have sworn there was a... That guy, Nicolas Cage, played him in... Ghost Rider. Yeah, that might be it, actually. That would really fit this guy, would it? Well, does Ghost Rider have a skull as a face? Does. Should we call him Ghost Rider? I wouldn't mind that. Ghost Rider has a skull for a face. It's not really super mythical, but I mean, everyone loves Marvel, I guess. I don't think that's a problem with that name. Ghost Rider is good. Yes. Okay. Thanks. Cool. Ghost Rider we go. I mean, he has the ominous flames and a skull for a face. I think that's perfect. Do we manage to get quite a few? I think that's going to be the end, by the way. I'm losing my voice. I've been rambling way too much about things that are not relevant to this playthrough. I hope that doesn't put people off watching. I'm sorry if it does. I'll try to limit it if it does. Otherwise, if you enjoyed me talking about it, that's not a problem either. But yeah, we'll be wrapping it up there for today. We got Spiritomb. Just putting some X's on my list here. We got the Alola Marowak, which is cool. We cannot get... we could go and get Sableye, but I think we're going to do that next time, when we are actually going to be exploring some of the areas that Sableye is available in. And Mimikyu will... I guess we'll be on lookout for foggy weather, because it's still not there. I do want Mimikyu before we end. I might end up just catching it off camera if we can't do it, if we can't find a day where I stream where there's actually foggy weather, because I want them all. We might do a few more den raids next time to try and our luck to see if we can find Giratina, Lunala, and Blacephalon. But we're definitely gonna continue the quest next time, that's for sure. But for now, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I was a bit hesitant on doing it because I've not had the greatest day. I smashed my phone earlier, but by accident. But yeah, it cheered me up, so I hope it was also fun for you guys to watch. I didn't actually intend it to be 3 hours long, but hey, sometimes they go 1 hour, sometimes they go 4 hours, sometimes in between. People have fun, it was worth it. If you want me to speak less about my opinion on stuff, or more for that matter, let me know in the comments below once this video, if you watch this video after it's been aired. Otherwise, please do take care, everyone. Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. You know, all those things that are should be just common sense. While all of the current things are going on, and just generally take care of yourself. It's important. It's important. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everyone, and I hope I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.